just feeling young. The streets are restless. My hands shaking like I need it. I don't know why you got me sinking so low. Yeah, yeah. Girl, you got me restless. I got to know, don't keep me waiting. Said I love in motion, let's go. I can be yours.
Hey, hey, hey. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you might be. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Welcome to the Arm Historian Life. As always, every Sunday. Atlantis, how you doing? Good to see you. Chuck, what's up, man? This is perfect timing indeed. Welcome. Just remember that I would miss something. There you go. Live every Sunday, around the same time. See, the table is blocking the chat messages here. See if I can fix that. There we go. Hey, Mr. Peanut in the house. What's up, Mr. Peanut? Good to see you. Couple of things on the docket for today. As usual, just gonna talk about what's been happening this week. I need you guys to kind of fill me in on the whole Hammer drama that's been going on. I've kind of been keeping up with it, but not as much as I maybe should. So we're gonna be talking about that a little bit. Yep, about the Hammer, indeed. Smoking and joking, says Mr. Peanut. Good combination, as always. And then we're gonna talk about some nice tournament results I've had in the past weekend. A pretty big international tournament here, close to me, yesterday, which I entered in. Those of you that are following me on social media probably already know a little bit about that. But yeah, that's kind of what's on the docket for today. Pretty laid back stream, as you might guess, as usual. Chuck says, so basically Devin got meltdown about the Hammer, then wished Dennis death, got banned on Instagram, doubled down on Dennis dying, and got back to being more calm. Yeah, okay. And that's kind of what I gathered, something like that. I'm sure there's a ton of arm wrestling news channels out there who've been covering it to death. Have been scooping up them views. Which is fine, of course. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I think I hear the sentiment repeated more often lately. But I think some people are kind of getting sick of Devin's shenanigans. Especially as of late. Toljan, how you doing, Toljan? Comes in with a Devin. Yeah, I don't know. Not really a lot to talk about, right? Can't touch this. Chuck says, I really understand the idea, but it should be done as Engin did right now. Even Devin could do it through Engin. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's up to... The Hammer is with Dennis now, and Dennis owns the Hammer, I think, so it's kind of up to Dennis if he wants to continue the whole Legacy Hammer idea. Whether or not he understood from the beginning is not really relevant, I think. You're saying calmly and not this way, Chuck, that you don't understand why. I mean, the very obvious reason is to get some people talking about it, right? Like we're doing right now. Get more people talking about the drama. Atlantis says someone said it's Engin's fault. He doesn't want the Hammer on the East versus West stage. I don't know. It's Engin's prerogative whether or not he wants that Hammer in the building at all. Personally, I wouldn't mind one bit, but it's the way Engin wants to run his tournament. That's the way it's gonna be, right? Kind of my thoughts on it. What happened to cooler heads prevail, right? Toljen says there's not enough Devon content. You should definitely make some ARM historian. Maybe, yeah. I already made 2 pretty comprehensive videos on Devon. I don't know if enough happened to really, yeah, make me want to make one again. But maybe I should, just for view's sake, right? I kind of feel like I need to have something to say when I make a new video, because I just put that much time into it that I want it to be relevant for a long time. A lot of videos, and there's nothing wrong with it, but a lot of videos out there about arm wrestling and about Devon and stuff are videos that are relevant for a week, a month, something like that. Maybe. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. We need those kinds of videos too, but if I'm gonna invest that much time into making a video the way I make them, then I kind of want there to be a little bit more of a longevity to it, you know what I mean? Want it to be a little more timeless, if that makes sense. Hey Jacobin, good to see you, man, welcome. Okay, that was a rumor about the Engin stuff. Chuck said, I mean, he said he will keep his trophies, but he encouraged Dennis and Morozov to take and give the hammer. Yeah, I get you. I get the intent behind it. Yeah. I was making a video actually on the hammers. I didn't do a lot on it yet, but then Eastside Arm Wrestling beat me to it, so I kind of abandoned that video. Guess I should have made it, right? Mr. Peanut says, as a promoter, why would I spend a single dollar on anything that distracts from my brand? Throw a hammer in the trash, keep it in your car, but don't bring other people promotional items to my stage. Yeah, that makes sense. Can totally see Engin taking that route. Jacobin says Devon was pushed to the limit with the hammer affair. So he's no longer no limits Devon Larratt, right? He's the hammer's my limit, Devon Larratt. Devon the hammer's my limit Larratt. Something like that. Hey Philip, how you doing? Good to see you again. Welcome. He has no limits though, just kidding, yeah. I think we've seen some of his limits, right? In the form of a huge mountain of a Georgian. Did some of you catch my cheeky 3+ hours upload? I uploaded kind of a... It's not a clip show, it's kind of a compilation of my Rise and Fall videos into one. Did some audio remastering and edited some bits and pieces here and there. Cut out all the outros and stuff to make it flow a little better, but basically recycled my content into a 3-hour super video. Toljan says, Devon, Dennis Hermes, Levan, Bacho Muratov are the names to use to get them views. That's interesting, yeah. I've been wanting to do a Rise and Fall on Dennis for quite a while, and I think I might finally make one. Jacobin says, yes, that was a good one. It's, like I said, it's a little bit cheeky because there's not a lot of new content in there, right? But surprisingly, it didn't die at like 500 views or something. It's actually still slowly but surely climbing in views, so that's good at least. Got some subs out of it. It's just, I like to consume really long content at times, especially when I'm doing some other stuff while I'm listening or watching other content. So I don't know, that's just how I would want to consume videos sometimes. Yeah, Chuck, nobody's expecting you to finish a 3+ hour video. You were harsh on Michael Todd, yeah. It's funny because that was the first Rise and Fall video I made, and I contemplated remaking it for this 3-hour long video. But that would be better as a standalone, I think. but it was the first ever Rise and Fall video I made, and I think like the second video on this channel or something like that. And I was kind of still looking for my tone. I've said this before on live streams, but I was kind of still kind of finding how harsh I could be and stuff. So maybe I was a little harsher than in other Rise and Fall videos. Yeah, I agree, Chuck. Now he's in an upward direction. I agree. He's doing really well, and I wish him all the best, of course. I want him to do well. Philip says, following the current topic, I feel as there is a double-digit percentage chance that this Hammer drama was staged and is following every PR is good PR. Yeah, might be. I'm not discounting that out of hand and saying it's impossible or something like that. I'm generally not that into conspiracies, but I know stuff like that does happen. So, yeah, I do see it as some possibility. Whether or not it's likely is, yeah, another matter completely. Yeah, Atlantis, I saw you commented on the video. I think you commented earlier in some of the live streams that you fall asleep to my content sometimes, which I take as a positive thing, because I do that with some content too. Some other videos that I really like. Jacobin says Dennis and Devon will meet at East vs West 15 and all will be civil. Yeah, I think so. That's very likely, right? It would be hard to imagine them having beef off the table, really. Atlantis says that MMT episode was spot on. Yeah, it's kind of what got me started, right? And what kind of motivated me to make more than just that one episode. Because people had a positive experience about it. Toljan says DMT is back in full swing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really listen to Michael Todd a lot anymore in interviews and stuff outside of matches. I usually just watch his matches and enjoy him that way. I think that's enough said, right? And LV, how you doing? Welcome. Chuck says, give it time. Maybe when this chapter of MMT ends, you can add something. Yeah, true. I'm gonna start a poll about the topic of the next Rise and Fall video. I've already done a little bit of research on a couple of people. Who should the next Rise and Fall video? Who should the Rise and Fall video be about? And I'm gonna give you guys a couple of options. I think I know which one is gonna win out, but I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna give you guys like 3 options or something like that, just to give an idea of what the people want to see. Add another one. Are you guys getting music still? I think my music is... I don't know. There we go. Okay, it's back. The third option... I had a third option in mind. Ah, yeah, I know. Okay. There we go. I'll start the poll. I'll just let it run throughout stream probably, and check back in on it at the end. Just to get like a slight idea on what you guys want. Atlantis says, dude, his bloated face is super, super juice. Hope it doesn't backfire. Yes, Larry Wheels at 290 face. It's not a healthy look. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen other people say like, it's roid rage. It's roid rage. I don't know. Maybe. Personally, I don't necessarily think so. Probably would have seen more of it. And LV says, played the video during our club's practice. That's awesome, NLV. Thank you so much, man. That's really cool. Levant Slayer says, the only thing that worries me about Michael is he's legitimately insane now. I kind of know what you mean there, man. Hey, Verbeer in the house. Verbeer hit a really nice milestone yesterday at the tournament we attended, and we joined in. So make sure to congratulate Verbeer. Chuck says, I mean, the sentiment to be true, totally deserved, was bad, and now he behaves better. And LV says, the Rise and Fall compilation. That's awesome, man. Glad you guys enjoyed it, or at least got something out of it during practice. Yeah, man. I get you. I get you. He's a character for sure, right? Verbeer says, evening arm historian, how's that arm feeling? Actually pretty good. A little sore, but pretty good. Hey, Holly Stewart's in the house. How you doing, Holly? Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Levon Slayer says, I enjoy listening to Mike way more now than in the past, but he low-key scares me. Listen, I like Michael Todd. I actually do. Like, as an arm wrestler. But yeah, I also, on the other hand, I also see what you're saying there. This is a big chapter of the MMT story, possibly true, Jacobin. Maybe I should start making an episode already and then wait until a little more things happen to kind of finish it. Toljan says DMT is on too much PEDs, he needs to tone it down. Atlantis agrees. Chuck says, I just ended watching his Engin interview. I believe Michael is back and he's going to deserve his shot. And if he's not, he's going to be legit super heavyweight contender. That gives a lot of pleasure to watch. I always enjoy watching Michael Todd. There's no secret there. I think a lot of people do. Like on the table. It's going to get sick or blow his arm out. I hope not. Has that nice crab collar. Atlantis says, granted, he's never blown that arm somehow, but his muscle mass is at its all-time high now, asking for trouble. Didn't he blow like a tendon, like a bicep tendon or something, or at least a tear or something? Don't do my boy Sabin too raw. Sabin, man, now there's a character. I've done research on him. I've actually started writing his episode like a year ago now or something like that. That dude has been up to some shady shit. There's a lot to be said about the guy, but I don't want to... Yeah, one of the things I need to take into consideration about Sabin Badulescu is like you said, I don't want to do him too raw. Crab collar means angry liver, says Atlantis. Mr. Peanut says promotions, if East vs West is built as a top event, other titles, awards, etc. should not be present. My idea, award a new hammer to anyone at East vs West, can win both right and left arms, same weight, same day. So you're saying East vs West should just kind of incorporate the hammer idea, right? Based on how popular it seems to be with people? Maybe. Could also piss people off. You think people get smarter as they age? No. I'm the living embodiment of that not being true. Phil Woody UK says, evening folks, hope you all had a great weekend. Welcome Phil Woody. Good to see you, man. Hope you had a good weekend too. Hope you got some sweet R&R there. Chuck says, if you do Marcio, I think you should do him together with Bortolato and maybe Gabby. So kind of make a Brazil episode, right? That's not a bad idea. I've been wanting to do an episode per country, like every country, like take the top athletes or the most famous athletes and then make a video on that. Kind of a 10-minute video or something, not too long. Not go too deep, because obviously I would want to cover more than one athlete per episode then. Atlantis says, yeah, when he lost to Devon, I actually started liking MMT more than I did. He took that one like a man. I agree. I remember that. It's very true. Gabby's coming back. That's awesome to hear. A true legend could win both titles, right and left-handed, same day, like Devon in WAL, right? Yeah, his bicep did go, I believe, pulling like at some tournament somewhere, some small tournament. When he was doing the crazy driving around, probably being tired all day, pulling like in 100 tournaments or something insane like that. Kind of asking for it at that point, right? Don't forget to add the goat milk, says Andreas. That's an interesting one because I've been, I don't want to say stuck, but I've been mulling over how I should make a video on John Brezink for a very long time. Obviously I should, right? Make a video on him. It's like something that can be missed on any arm wrestling channel, but I'm kind of still looking for that perfect angle because I want to make it really good. Chuck says, crazy Sabin histories. Let's go. I'm not gonna, you know, if I'm gonna make a video on him, which I'm inevitably am going to, I'm not gonna spoil the best parts, obviously. Let's just say there's been some run-ins with the law and stuff. Some other things too, but yeah, he's had some run-ins with the law there. Phil Woody says, Michael is a friend and a good guy, really enjoying his comeback story and wish him luck, the West needs him. Yep, I hope he does really well. I know you've got a good personal relationship with him, Phil. And like I said before, I really have nothing against Michael and I wish him all the best. I hope he stays safe. That's like my number one wish. That he doesn't do more irreparable damage. And that he can pull for a long time to come. Full Raw Uncensored. Yeah, I should probably name it that, right? The Rise and Fall of Sabin Badulescu. Full Raw and Uncensored. I don't know, I don't want him to send me death threats or something like that. Did Zurab explode his arm at East vs West or something? Or wherever they pulled? Oh no, kinda, yeah, I get what you're saying now. Yeah. Like the injury Zurab had. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I don't think he's done anything like that yet. Although he did break an arm, right? Was it versus... I can't remember. Didn't he break his arm pretty early in his career? Should watch my own video again. MMT tore bicep, had surgery and stem cell therapy. Yeah. Sabin milking the male goat is peak life. Is that what that guy was talking about? Andreas? About Sabin milking a goat? Yeah, Andreas, if you're still here, I'll be sure to include that in the video. Levant Slayer says, yeah, I voted for Sabin. I'd enjoy that episode. Yeah, it's kind of a black sheep, right? He's kind of a black sheep within the community, so it automatically kind of draws me to learning more about his character. Whoever was tapping the hearts button the entire time, been tapping it for a long time, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I see you. It's really nice. The Drew says, what I miss? You miss so much, the Drew. No, just talking about the hammer and some next topics for the Rise and Fall. Hey Kyle, welcome. Glad you made it to another stream, man. Welcome. Arm wrestling fan in the house. Good to see you, man. Bertolato's all training videos are golden meme material. Yeah, the videos where it's like moving along with the training equipment. LeFranglish, how you doing, man? Welcome. I would love to know something more about Marcio, but research might be hard because of language barrier. Yeah, Chuck, it's kind of something I've had to learn to overcome a little bit. Also, like asking the right people. As I've been kind of building up the channel, I've gotten to know a lot more people within the arm wrestling community, and a lot of people are way more knowledgeable than me about certain topics, especially when it's people from the athlete's native country that I'm covering. So yeah, I lean on that a lot, and I'm able to do that now a lot more. They don't write my videos, don't get me wrong, but if I'm like stuck on anything, if I can't find anything, or if it's taking a really long time, then I usually use a helpline, one of my helplines. The road to 100 trophies thing, yeah, that was what he was doing. I need to catch up on chat a little bit. Hey, the Claymore in the house. Commonwealth champ, how you doing? Marcio is on the hammer, true. Marcio does speak English and does live in the US indeed. But like his early history, I'm sure he's done interviews and stuff about his early time in arm wrestling. Most of the big names have done those. What happened to Trubin? Yeah, that's also a good one. I've known a lot of people have requested me to cover Trubin. Dimitri, Chuck says, but Wagner not, and Gabby not, and I think most of their content is not in English, at least the ones I try to follow. Bortolato. Yeah, Bortolato's English isn't that great, I think. Sabine is the pronunciation. Whatever that means, Kyle. Do a review on the worst arm wrestling movie, Golden Arm. Have I seen that movie? I don't know. I did a video on like arm wrestling movies, but it never really caught on that much. Actually, let me check how many views that video is on. Haven't checked up on that in a while. When did I make that? It's been a long time ago. Arm wrestling movie is currently sitting at 4,200 views. Yeah, that's not a lot. So yeah, I did make a video on arm wrestling movies before and people didn't seem that interested, so... Sabine kinda crazy, yeah, in a really fascinating way, I think. Chuck says Sabine will send Romanian assassins and they will steal something from you. I'm not gonna reply on that even. The Drew said, the rise and fall, and rise and fall, and rise of Brzezinski. Yeah, so many comebacks. Mr. Peanut says, MMT injury when driving around in RV, was going to do 100 events. That was the past. The second injury, bicep tear surgery. I'm living on stupid vanity, sitting pronation lifts. Yeah. I think a lot of the top guys, and I've talked about this with Reno Message on stream, a lot of the top guys have some very useless lifts. I'm not saying like MMT knows better than I do, of course. But yeah, I think a lot of the top guys do these lifts that are not made for people. They're not made for human consumption. They might translate to the table and they might be great, but if you want to maintain your body, I don't think they are great. Phil Woody says, definitely been an interesting week. Messaged a little with Devon. I'm glad the left legacy hammer is going to be on the move again now. Though Archim claiming he has no interest was bullshit. Yeah. Kinda have to, yeah. I don't know. Archim maybe wants a match with Devon or something in the future, so he doesn't want to be played too nice or something. Might be a dozen reasons for it. Atlantis says, so he did break his arm. I wondered how he couldn't with all those crazy positions. I seem to recall something like that, but maybe that's not true. I know he injured himself versus Neil in that beach battle at some point. Yeah, Zora broke his arm in AMC. That's certainly true, Chuck. All these hearts for the stream, says Kyle. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I know my girlfriend sometimes does that. She's never chatted before, but I know she watches the stream or keeps it on in the background. So she might be doing that. So if it is, thank you. But if it's someone else, thank you too, of course. I appreciate it. Like, if it is my girlfriend, you don't have to keep doing that. You don't have to keep tapping. It's really nice of you, but don't have to keep doing that. I think it is. Atlantis says, that's what it was. Artem claiming he doesn't care was blamed on Engin pressuring him. Maybe just rumor though. Interesting. Yeah, I hear that a lot, right? Arm wrestling fans is crazy how many rise and fall videos you got lined up. They just keep coming raw. Yeah, they just take such a long time to make, man. Such a big time investment. And if they get like, I think I spent a lot of time on the Cobra video and I think it got like, I'm not complaining here, don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to give the rationale to why I can't really okay spending more time on them, because the Cobra video barely got up to 5,000 views. And I think even the ones before didn't do so well. The last couple of ones. One on Arsen Liliev did get to 18,000, which is good. The one on Ryan, 40k, yeah. Okay, the one on Lepke's 10k. So yeah, but the Cobra video didn't do too well. I don't know. I just can't like say I'm gonna put the next week full time into making a video, a Rise and Fall video, because yeah, I can't do that for 5,000 views, you know what I mean? I'll still make them, of course. It'll just take a little longer. Just the reality. Engin told Artyom to accept it, and Artyom agreed. Toljan is the way Sabin backdoored Gishevsky at King of the Table. Oh my, so much material, yeah. Yeah. A lot to be said, right, on that topic. Okay, I'm gonna try to skip through chat a little, because I want to get to some other stuff that I wanted to talk about and show you guys really quickly. Marcio from New Jersey, interesting. Mr. Peanut, good to know. Haven't done a lot of research on him yet. Andre says, didn't he tore his pec so much and got way worse because of that? Yeah, probably. I think he got a lot of injuries, right? If you really think about it. He's been fairly lucky not to have too many serious things happen, but I think he did accrue quite a bit of injuries there, Michael thought. Atlantis says probably just Engin haters making that rumor. Could very well be. He does have quite a bit of them. Diwakar, how you doing? Rajput says, what is your opinion on the legacy hammer that is going around nowadays? Yeah, we've been talking about it throughout the stream, Diwakar. I'll say really briefly that I feel like it's, I don't know, if it's not if it's not totally constructed drama, I think there's some playing it up going on, right? It's hard to imagine there isn't any playing it up going on. Let me put it that way. Kyle, thank you, says in Romanian, Sabin is pronounced much closer to Sabin. Sabin. Sabin, so not Sabin, but Sabin. Sabin Badulescu. Atlantis says probably just Engin haters. Yeah, I already read that one. Mr. Peanut, it's a Korean movie. I think I watched that movie. I didn't mind it so much. Was that called Golden Arm? Yeah, I can't remember, but I think I watched a Korean arm wrestling movie and already included it in my video. I didn't mind it. I kind of liked it. It was very cheesy, but they got a lot of things right, so that was cool. Arm wrestling fans says you don't want to watch the second half of that movie. Yeah, it might have fallen off. I can't really remember. It's been a while, but I think I put it in the video, my opinion on it. Okay, it was MNT's left early on that busted. That makes sense. The Drew, thank you. Champion, yeah, that one. Yeah, it is kind of bad, but in like a fun, cheesy way, I think. I didn't mind it at all. Yeah, they are Jacobin. I think it's my crazy girlfriend doing that. Sorry to have called you crazy, but you are crazy for tapping those hearts that much. It might not be, who knows? Maybe it's just some lurker. I won't be going, Phil Woody. Will you be attending live? East vs. West 15? That's awesome. Dennis would get the views, says an arm wrestling fan. Yeah. That might be true. I've been wanting to do one on him for a long time. Yeah, Dennis is good to try get the channel going again. Yeah. How did I forget about Army Story? Yeah, how could you, White Wolf? No worries, man. Welcome. Spacey says the VIP tickets at East vs. West should come with a complimentary hair transplant. I like that one. Going the Matt Mask route. Welcome, by the way, Spacey. Atlantis says, oh, he broke his left arm. Yes, I think so. He broke a arm, if I remember correctly, although, yeah, I'm not too sure on the details anymore. Kinda need to make room sometimes in my head for new arm wrestling lore. White Wolf says, I dare say there is more eyebrow haters in the chat than non-hating soy boys. You know, maybe that's just the consequence of me not liking to censor too much. And me kinda instructing the mod team, which you are a part of, White Wolf, to censor very rarely. If it's really out of hand, then you can censor, but yeah. Tomer says, sorry for being late. No worries, Tomer. Welcome. You made it. Chuck, yes. Another emoji. Thanks for reminding me. I think I'm gonna do Boop Historian. Just because it's kind of our first... I think it's kind of our first inside meme. Kind of the channel. It's something that I didn't have a part in starting, you know what I mean? At least, okay, maybe I said Boop Historian or mentioned it. Or maybe someone in chat. I can't even remember the exact lore. But I do think it's a good one because it's closely tied to you guys. You guys made it a thing, so I think that's a good candidate for our new emoji. Bear says, did you mention your kill streak, Arm Historian? Okay, so I'll talk about... I went to... Those who were at the live stream last week know I had a big tournament coming up yesterday. I always enter in the amateur class whenever there is one. Haven't done that many tournaments yet, but... and I finally managed to graduate from the amateur class. Managed to get first place. Golden medal. Which is awesome. Got a couple of still shots. I might release some of the footage as members only content. Yeah, but I'll have to see how I present it. Because, yeah, I'm visible in my human form, obviously. So I'm gonna kind of mull it over how I'm gonna present that exactly. Hey, Henry, how you doing? Mr. Reaction Face himself. Good to see you making some great content lately. Doing interviews and stuff, I believe. Neil started it and Wagner finished Michael's left arm. Yeah, it was something like that, right? I knew Neil was involved in some way. Atlantis says his muscle bike here. Didn't see him today. Haven't seen him. Yeah, he might be busy. Spank Historian says arm wrestling fan. Yeah. It's a good one. Hey, Marcus Thompson, how you doing? Atlantis says, damn good job, man. Don't know to what, but I appreciate it if it's directed at me. Oh yeah, the tournament, of course. Yeah, I'll show you a couple of stills. Here is one. I'm conveniently hidden behind the table. But yeah, there you can see me crouching under the table, behind the table. I'll show you my medal too. I've got it here. I'll turn on the cam and show you my medal. Jacobin says, nice win, Arm Historian. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, Arm Historian and everyone, today is Muscle Bike's birthday. Can we express our congratulations for 89 years spinning around our local star? Congratulations, Muscle Bike. You're probably too busy celebrating your birthday, but I wish you a very happy birthday. I'll probably be sending you a DM on WhatsApp or on Discord. Thank you for telling me, White Wolf. I appreciate it. Mr. Peanut says, mirror, mirror, on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? I don't know. But Mr. Peanut is maybe the highest. Well, I hope I'm vibing with your current high, Mr. Peanut. Yes, happy birthday, Muscle Bike, indeed. Chuck says, if we are going to get Boop Historian, we must live up to it. That's true, though. That's true. Who has some Boop news? Musclebike did turn 89 today, yes. Arm wrestling fan says, this is why arm wrestling is so hard to draw a lot. No, it's not a foul. I'm on the winning side. Just spinning him. Wasn't a foul, don't worry. Actually, being refed by, not here, but Risto Telizakov, or however you pronounce his last name, was reffing the tournament, was the head ref at the tournament. So yeah, no shenanigans going on, everything was super strict. Some of my training partners got fouled out a couple of times where I didn't even see the foul, so... Marcus Thompson says, I watched your Cobra Rise and Fall. Only bit you missed was Cobra Comeback match was second at Arm Gods Valhalla 1 against Connor Sale or Sali. Yeah, I know, man. I missed that completely. White Wolf reminded me of that. And yeah, I missed that. Indeed. There's gonna be, like, not too distant future, there's gonna be a Rise and Fall on the Rise and Fall or on Arm Historian, and then I'll make a bunch of addendums and corrections on a lot of videos, a lot of the Rise and Fall videos. Aron Larat versus Abbas Rana. What's your opinion? Haven't heard of Abbas, although that first name does ring a bell, but you'll have to remind me on that. And who he is exactly. Here's a couple of other shots. Had to blur my human form there a little. But some action shots of the tournament. Really great tournament, big turnout. A lot of people. And yeah, managed to snag first place at the amateurs. Very happy about it. First time I actually won a tournament. Abbas is a 16-year-old Indian who looks 35 and has arms bigger than my legs. Yeah, I did see him before on social media or on Reddit too. Yeah, I did blur my hand, my head hand. No, I was donning my human disguise as to not make people too afraid, as to not scare people too much. Although, to be fair, my human form is still pretty scary. As people who have met me in real life can attest to. But yeah, I did good. First place. Very happy with it. And that's my boasting time over. Like I said, I might release it on the members only section. I might release the actual footage of my matches. But yeah, I'll see. Rodney Hickman says, any word if there will be a discount or something coming for those who got the last King of the Table? Why a discount, Rodney? Like for, because they replaced the match? I think if you asked for a discount before the actual event, or like not a discount, but a refund, I think you would have gotten it. I don't know about the discount. I'm not affiliated with King of the Table in any way, so yeah, I couldn't tell you. Haven't heard anything about it. Overbear says, Arm Historian won very easy. There was one match that wasn't easy. Atlantis says, cause you're a beast, that was a huge guy you're pinning there. Yeah, this guy, pretty big guy. That was my toughest match, to be fair. The one on the right. The one on the left was like very well trained and cut, but yeah. I think the thing that helped me the most in the tournament was hand control. I think that got me out of a lot of, yeah, bad situations. Because the terrible glitching, yeah, there was, like, the stream did glitch out a little, but I didn't notice too much of it, Rodney. But I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's just become par for the course, right, for arm wrestling tournaments. It's never gonna be perfect. I don't know if there's been one live stream of one of the biggest tournaments, like one of the biggest events, that has gone completely flawlessly as far as like the stream quality and sound quality goes. I don't think there's been one, which is not a surprise, right? There's always something that's gonna go wrong. But yeah, I do think they could have dialed it in a little more by now, after 10 plus editions. Sorry, I had to get a drink there. Boomer says, what's your opinion on Dennis and the hammer? Personally, I think it would be nice for Dennis to pass on the hammer, but at the end of the day, begins Belay means much more. Begins belly? What are you trying to say there? And Dennis can do what he wants. Yeah, I agree there. As far as I understood you, Tomer, I totally agree. I think Devin gave the hammer to Dennis to do whatever he wanted with it. That being said, I don't really care that much personally. It's hard for me to kind of simulate me caring about all the hammer drama. You know what I mean? White Wolf, thank you so much for the very generous super chatter, man. Yeah, that's crazy. White Wolf, of course, a very long time and very hardcore supporter of the channel, and I appreciate it. Also, all around, really great guy to hang out with. Says, I was walking down this alley last night and I saw this shiny object behind the dumpster. Well, you say object? It wasn't even that shiny. Hold my beer. Gonna look and see. What? Devin gonna get left hammer back? There you go. White Wolf coming in with a poem of sorts about the hammer. I appreciate it, White Wolf. Appreciate it a lot. Yeah. Never gonna hear me ask for donations, but yeah, the support means a lot. And encourages me to work harder for you guys. And increase the quality of the content even more. Marcus Thompson coming in with a €50 super chat. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Marcus Thompson, you didn't have to do that. It says, make sure to check out Arm Gods Ultimate Arm Wrestler. Starts again on the 13th of October. This will be a weekly show live from our new studio. We will be bringing top names in the sport throughout the year. Ahoo. That's awesome, Marcus Thompson. I'm definitely gonna be checking that out. Arm Gods Ultimate Arm Wrestler. The 13th of October. Okay, let me check. 13th of October is... It's on a Sunday. What's your time slot gonna be? Are we gonna be competing, Marcus? Either way, I am definitely gonna be checking it out. That sounds great. A new studio, yeah. I'm curious what it looks like, for sure. You gonna get guests on or something? What's the... Bring top names in the sport throughout the year. So, are you gonna do local guests or gonna shoot more for international guys and interview remotely or something? And who's gonna be presenting it? Marcus. Tomer says, what's your opinion on... Yeah, already read that and already answered. Against belt. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense, Tomer. Autocorrect did you dirty with begins Belay or something. White Wolf says, so I may have been drinking last night. A wee bit. Yeah, sounds like it, White Wolf. But I like it though as like a... kind kind of a poem, right? For the hammer. Maybe someone should make a collection of hammer texts, legacy hammer texts. Texts and impressions on the legacy hammer, and it's just a book full of arm wrestling, petty arm wrestling drama. Holy catfish, Marcus Thompson with the money slam. Thank you so much, Marcus Thompson. Really, I appreciate it. Another long time now supporter of the channel. 6:30 p.m. Only 1 hour. Yeah, that doesn't interfere at all with when I go live, so all good there. Either way, it would have been good. I don't go live when other people are live. I just go live on the same time slot. So if other people are live, that's like, okay, I go live every week at this time. But I don't mind if other people go live at the same time either, you know. The more arm wrestling live streams, the better. I think the same way about tournaments, like events and tournaments. So I'm a fan of Arm Gods too. Yeah, because I just like there to be a big diversity in tournaments and flavors of tournaments. And I think you guys are definitely unique in that regard. White Tool says, guys, you have to check out Ultimate Arm Wrestler. Go back and check the last Ultimate Arm Wrestler a couple of weeks ago. I see if I can find the link. Yeah, feel free to post it. Tomer says, what's crazy is Devin was going how Morozov needs the hammer and Morozov needs it and all. But then Morozov made a real basically telling Devin to shut up. Yeah. Was that the one? Hang on. I'm gonna close my window. Was that the one where Artyom was like walking around in this kind of run-down training area doing some lifts and stuff? What's Ultimate Arm Wrestler, says Atlantis? Ultimate Arm Wrestler is a weekly show live from Arm Gods' new studio, which will be bringing the top names in the sport throughout the year. There you go. Jacobin says, Morozov, no respect. Muscle Bike, Warner's arm historian. Muscle Bike, it's his birthday today, right? I think. That's probably why he isn't here, which is a pretty good excuse. Marcus Thompson says, yeah, we had some audio issues on our new AI cameras. But we found out it was Paul's rave music. Yeah, that does it right. Jacobin says, amazed at the lack of respect Devin gets around this. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a lot of it is like posturing in order to get a match with Devin or something. It's kind of what I'm speculating. German game, welcome, says, would you say the outcome... Sorry there. Would you say the outcome Devin versus Leonidas was expected? I would say yes, for sure. Yeah, I think a lot of people expected it. I think I ran a poll too on the live stream, and Devin won pretty handily. So yeah, I do think it was expected. As always, they're gonna play up that it's closer than it really is, right? Before the match happens, just to get more people buying into it. So yeah, I do think it was expected, but it's also expected that they're gonna make it seem like it isn't expected, if that makes sense. But yeah, you are a countryman of Leonidas, right? So it's good that you can stay objective, it seems. Tomer says, Jacobin Devin has no respect. He bullies opponents for 3 weeks, then gives them a handshake and people call it respect. That's ridiculous. Yeah, it's kind of... I think it's a very hard thing to walk that line, right? Of... kind of trying to promote the match through trash talk and hyping it up and making it seem like there's beef between the two guys. There's definitely some value in that, but it's a hard line to walk without going over it into just being, yeah, disrespectful and very ad hominem for no reason, right? It's a tough line to walk, granted. I don't think I would be able to. Mr. Peanut with one of his patented Mr. Peanut comments. I'm just gonna leave it on screen and let you guys dissect it for a moment. Atlantis says, why does autocorrect do that? Yeah, but I know what you mean there. I hope Devin spanks Morozov and puts him in his place. Yeah, might be the case, I don't know. I think right now Morozov would be maybe a little too heavy for Devin. Jacobin says trash talk for a match builds the sport. Yep, I agree. It's one of the ways, at least. Atlantis says Devin does seem to get away with a decent amount of disrespect in the name of it's only to promote the match. Yeah, and I think, like everything, there's a limit to it, right? In quantity as well as quality, if that makes sense. I think if you keep doing it and you don't change your shtick a little bit, then I think, yeah, it gets old. And if you do it in a kind of a careless way and not really a funny way, yeah, I think it gets old really quickly for people too. It starts becoming too grating, right? At least to me. Tomer says when Devin calls a legend an enemy of the sport when he has 1 million subscribers so everyone will hear it, then he's gonna get some hate. Makes sense. Honoring the legacy hammer builds the sport. Yep. I don't have anything against the concept of the legacy hammer. I said on live streams before, I think it's a very cool concept. Yeah, and I hope people take it on board to a degree. But I also can't fault anyone for not caring about it, you know. Chuck says he sometimes does it well and sometimes he overdoes it and goes into ultra high hysterical mode. It's hard to watch. Yeah, agree. White Wolf says, Arm Historian and lads, check out the most recent Arm Gods video on the hammer controversy. Yeah, go check that out right after this live stream. Did you guys like talk about it or made an actual like long form video about it? Or is it a meme video? I think it has to be one of those three, right? Ultimate Arm Wrestling looks awesome, says Jacobin. Yep, be sure to check it out. I think they've done a trial episode or something. That's what I'm gleaning from chat, right? And they're gonna do their inaugural episode soon. On Sunday, the 13th of October, I believe. A German Game says, if countrymen are not, you gotta see the facts. Yeah. Yeah, that's very true, German Game. And maybe that speaks to that good old German pragmatism, right? But I definitely agree. You pull in the region, German Game? Are you an arm wrestler yourself? TOS Move, how you doing? Welcome, coming in at kind of the end of the stream there, but still very welcome, of course. One of the oldest names on the channel, for sure. One of the earliest names I can remember interacting with my channel, TOS Move. I think he was there on the very first live stream. Might have even been our very first live stream chat message in the history of the channel. Might have been. Might be misremembering that, but I kinda remember something like that. Jacobin says, I just like the hammer concept and think it's good for the sport. Yep, that's a valid opinion to have, I believe, man. I agree there. I like the concept too. There's no limit to trash talk. To a lot of people, there isn't. Factual and hilarious, says Marcus Thompson. Awesome. Sure to check it out. I think it's only a minute, so you guys can check it out now if you want. Tomer says, sorry, you need to go to dinner now. No worries, Tomer. I'll play it on live stream, Marcus. Why not, right? Let me turn off the music for a second. And I'll play the video on live stream here. If I can. I don't know if you guys own the video, but if you guys are fine with it, I'll play it on live stream. Need to find the link again really quickly. I think White Wolf posted it, right? Yeah, here we go.
Let's fucking go, Dennis. That
Share it live, Armstrong. Okay, I will. Hang on, let me increase my own volume so I can hear it. Let me quickly add a source here so you guys can follow along. That's the chat, obviously. There we go. An AI Devon. Hey Neil, pick up in the chat. How you doing, Neil? Good to see you, man. Says evening mate, just a flying visit to say how much I enjoyed the Cobra video. Great job. Thank you so much, Neil. Thank you for filling in some of the gaps in my knowledge there. I really appreciate you helping me out. It's like Neil is one of those people when I message him about a video, like if I'm stuck on some research and I think Neil might know it. Yeah, he's one of the people that like responds the same day with a ton of information, so really appreciate it. Yeah, let's take a look at Arm God's video on Devon Lorette and the whole Legacy Hammer thing.
That hammer needs set free, not shoved up your ass for.
Hang on, I'm gonna start from the beginning. Is there like... I don't mind cursing, but there's not like too much explicit stuff in this, right?
Let's fucking go, Dennis. That hammer needs set free, not shoved up your ass for eternity.
Devon Russia Hospital. T rebuilt Frankenstein monster. Here is photo of hammer, hahaha.
Listen, Mr. Chernobyl head, get way bigger. I'm going to rip your left arm off, motherfucker.
Your girly left arm is so weak and pathetic, haha. Come to Russia, I show you a good time.
You and your boyfriend Babkin would love to show me a good time, I bet. They're
Guys,
no
I'm
menage a
scared.
trois, my friend. Let's
Very
pick a
scared.
neutral ground. Canada.
Wait. I see Devon is very scared to visit Russia. Maybe he is not so brave.
Ha ha ha. Engen, shut up. Or I'll set the troll army on you again.
My God, what the fuck am I hearing from you two clowns? There's only one left arm that deserves that hammer. Tell me I'm the greatest.
Bow to the king of arm wrestling. There can only be one.
I'm yeah, a little scared. Was that what you were going for? Extremely frightening. You know what it kind of reminds me of, like graphically? Mobile ads. Those really wretched mobile ads you see. It's kind of got that same very glossy, cartoony kind of feel to it. Certainly unique, which fits with you guys' brand for sure. And it did get laughs out of me, so you do have that. Hang on. Let me make sure I turn down the volume before I turn the music back on. You see, guys, even I learn. Neil, if you're still here, are you going live in about 10 minutes? I'll check on it if you're not here anymore. Jacobin says Armgod's video was funny. Yeah. Funny and fucking scary as shit. What do you mean the end of the stream? I'm not gonna be live for too much longer. That's what I mean, of course. Atlantis says, yeah, I liked Rebecca Todd's explanation of the hammer. It sounds pretty awesome, actually. German games as well. Yes, I am, but there are not so many clubs here. Where are you in Germany, approximately, German game? Like East Germany or West Germany? Like whereabouts? I know that's I know that's kind of a loaded question, right? Or at least it used to be. Justin B says, would Devin care about some award that the PAL guys pass around? I don't think so. Most Europeans don't give a rip about that hammer. Yep. Like I said before, it's like, I think it's a cool concept, and I don't mind it being around, or Devin trying to make it into something more. But I also can't blame people for not giving one singular shit about it. So yeah, I'm with you there. Okay, no worries, Marcus Thompson. It wasn't too bad indeed. Zay says, oh my god, it's so bad. Devon Wobblehead figure would be fun. Yeah, I think I saw one already. Someone made one, I think, 3D printed it or something like that. Maybe it was an action figure. For Arm God, that's very safe. Yeah, no worries. It's like YouTube is pretty forgiving, especially on live streams with that kind of thing, but yeah, it wasn't bad at all. No worries, German game. Bavaria near Munich, so south. Okay. Yeah. If you wanna, yeah, it's still doable. If you wanna get some info about some clubs that might be nearby you, hit me up in on any of my social media or Discord. I might be able to recommend a couple of places or give you the information of a couple of people if you're looking for people to train with. But thank you for dropping in, German game. Gotta get some sleep for work, right? AI is here and growing, scary but real. Yeah, not really what I meant with scary. Although that is scary too. But it's just so... Not scary in the sense that it's like too realistic. It's scary in the sense of it's genuinely scaring me. It's genuinely nightmare fuel. Mr. Peanut says WAL sued the company for $500,000 because they gave watches to Travis and a few other WAL athletes because of promotional values of their contracted athletes. Interesting, Mr. Peanut. You happen to have a source on that? I'm not saying I don't believe you, of course, but yeah, I'm always looking for a source because it's an interesting thing to include in a video. Chuck says East vs West tried to sell Devon action figure with shitty quality. Ah, interesting. Yeah, no worries, German game. Hit me up, man. Spacey says, wait, they sued for $500,000 over watches? Please explain. Yeah, indeed. I want to hear this. Mr. Peanut, typical in the States, not do that. Here, get found in Pig Mixer. What is it with you UK people and feeding people to the pigs, Marcus? Happiness snatch too, right? Mr. Peanut says never drag anyone else's BS into your promotion business. That is why WAL, I think you mean, had different rules, tables, everything, branding. It is, yeah. I don't know if I would go that hard on enforcing it, but yeah, maybe you should be, right? As a businessman. White Wolf says, so Army Store, you know that Arm God's Army is the original Usual Suspects. We need new outlet for super chats. Any ideas? You're asking if I know of any other good content creators or live streamers in the arm wrestling world that you can shower with your generous gifts? That's a tough one. I know a couple of smaller channels that I love recommending to people, but not all of them live stream, of course. I know Lawless Luchadors, for example, are guys that have a really unique style. I think you guys would get along. Really awesome people. Especially the main guy who runs the channel. Really cool guy. Still a small channel, but they're doing interviews. They're going live from time to time. So definitely check those out, if that's what you're asking. We just love to feed our pigs. At least the pigs are well fed, says Spacey. True. The Arm Historian channel rules. Just stay civil, right? I think that's my only rules. Yeah, maybe 270 kilometers is not far for you guys in Northern America, but for us Europeans, that's like that's like too far. It's a different country usually. Now it's the Arm Gods army. Yeah, indeed, German game reiterates here that is a different country in Europe, indeed. I can be in another country in about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on traffic. It's not like I live right on the border of my country. Can go to one site in about 15 minutes, be in another country, and then go totally the opposite side and be in yet another country in about an hour's time. A little more, maybe. German games would take me about 3 hours. Yeah, there you go. It's a long travel time for us. White Wolf driving is Indian, couple of hours. Sounds really chill though. Check says, okay, have to go. See you all guys, have a nice sleep. Marcus Thompson says, Arm Historian, can you speak both French and Dutch? Yes, although like my French is rusty for sure. My Dutch, of course, Dutch is my native language. But yeah, I had French for a lot of years in school and then used it professionally for a bit. James says, I can drive an hour and be in the same county. That's crazy, man. Mr. Peanut says, Rockwell, a designer of watches and sunglasses, is also in the arm wrestling business. Company promoted at least 10 arm wrestling competitions around the country in 2016, according to WAL's lawsuit. Interesting. Interesting. Mr. Peanut, man. These random facts are always awesome. You know, I appreciate them. Chuck says, let the boob historian haunt you in dreams. Okay, here's a promise. I'll make sure we have boob historian emojis by next live stream. Probably earlier. So if you're gonna comment on a video or something during the week, you might have them available as a member. But I'm gonna make sure to put them in definitely by next live stream. White Wolf, thank you for reminding me about the poll there. Take a look. With 43 votes, 65% of you want Denis Siplenkov to be the next Rise and Fall video subject. And then Sabin Badulescu in second place with 23% of the votes. Marcio trailing behind with 14%. So yeah, it's pretty clear and it falls along my expectations. Along the same lines. Yeah. Dennis a clear winner here, so probably I'll make it on Dennis. I've done some research on him. Some things are a little vague. It's kind of giving me Voivoda vibes. But yeah, I think that's a good idea. It might be a good view catcher too. I don't know if a lot of people would watch it, but I think it might do better than one on Marcio or Sabin. Although I definitely want to make those two. Mr. Peanut says, according to WAL, the product placement value of arm wrestlers Todd Hutchings and Travis Bagent wearing the watches on television was worth over $500,000. Yeah. I'm glad you prefaced that by saying according to WAL. That sounds crazy to me. Someone wearing a watch where you can't even see the brand name on it. I don't know, maybe you can with like the arm wrestling angles. I could see that playing into it a little bit, but yeah, I can't see it being worth $500,000. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I just know nothing, but Marcus Thompson says, my French is brilliant. I know how to ask directions to the pub. That's it. Où est le pub? Où est le café? Yeah, that's all you need, right, Marcus? White Wolf says, sorry, but Texas would fit inside of some of Canada's national parks. Yeah. Canada has some crazy, sprawling places, right? Pretty high value, I agree. What angle would you take on Dennis? Just a rise and fall, the usual angle. I mean, I think his career trajectory kind of warrants that episode, that kind of video on him right now. I'll probably include some controversies. I'm sure he has some. Although in general, I think he's a pretty wholesome figure. I'll hit on how he started in the strongman world, I believe. And then transitioned to arm wrestling. Trying to find as much information as possible on why and his first tournaments and how quickly and how good he became, and then kind of touch on him getting sick, of course, a lot of his big super matches, and then finish off with kind of him trying to make his comeback but not really succeeding in the last couple of years. Marcus Thompson says, I've noticed, all the chats have died down on bigger channel. It's I think there's a general downwards trend in arm wrestling content lately as far as views and viewership goes. Yeah, it certainly has happened to my channel, and I've seen it happen to other people too. I've kind of talked with other content creators about it. It seems like they kind of share that same sentiment. I think the channels right now that are still doing quite well are like the news channels, quote unquote, right? White Wolf says, Arm Historian, think about doing a rise and fall of King George. Definitely would be a good resource for you. Yeah, that's true. I like that one too, White Wolf. That's a very good suggestion there. Crazy George. The ones I see don't have big numbers. Sometimes they do if big drama is happening, yeah. King G would be a great one, yeah. I agree. That's a good suggestion there. Where has Spermies been? Anyone known? Has he changed his name or something? The artist formerly known as Spermies Ass is Creamy. I don't know where he is, man. Another great guy. Arm wrestling loves drama, same as all sports, I suppose. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I kind of want to make content that has a little more longevity. Kind of is a little more timeless, if I can. Can never do that 100%, of course. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm aiming for. There's a lot of people that do arm wrestling news. And even some people that do it well. So more power to them, right? White Wolf says chats need to gravitate to the arm historian. That's where the Arm Gods army are supporting. Well, I appreciate you guys' support for sure. Anyone that watches my live stream, I appreciate it. I've been live streaming now for, let me think about it, I think a year and a half. Something crazy like that. Which to me is still crazy when I think about it. I think I started live streaming May of last year, so May of 2023, or even April or something of 2023. So yeah, throughout that year and a half, we've built a great community here. I believe that. And I said it before, I always look forward to spending Sunday evening with you guys. Shooting the shit and talking arm wrestling. Always a highlight of my week. Spacey says if the Georgians just weren't so boring. Yeah, some of them have characters. But I hear what you're saying. Jacobin says, yes, everyone should come watch Arm Historian. Well, I appreciate it. I'm happy with the people watching right now. More is usually always better in this regard, but I'm really grateful for the people that do decide to spend some time with me here every week and talk about arm wrestling. Yeah, just about. I think the very first fancy tournament was somewhere there, yeah, like July or something, or June of 2023, if I remember correctly. Probably don't. But yeah, I still have those live streams. I don't know if they're privated, but I still have them. Yep, I think those timelines make sense. Maybe give or take a month or two. Let me quickly check if Mr. Neil Pickup is going live. I know he usually goes live with the fix right when I call it quits for the day. But he's been kind of on and off lately, but yeah, he's live. So I'm probably gonna call it. It's getting kind of late here. I appreciate every one of you for tuning in today. Was really nice talking to you guys. Those of you that donated, White Wolf, Marcus Thompson, I appreciate it so much. You guys are way too generous, and yeah, can't say thank you enough for that. Other than that, thank you for joining in. Dennis Siplenkov still at the top of the poll, so that's probably going to be a video you need to keep your eyes peeled for. Probably going to be making that pretty soon. You can always find me again next week, Sunday, same time, same place. I'll be going live again, of course. Jacobin TOS Move, German Game, Marcus Thompson, White Wolf, Atlantis, James, all the lurkers out there, Mr. Peanut, Spacey, like I'm struggling to think of other names, Chuck, of course. Yeah, there's so many of you. Thank you. Sorry if I didn't mention you, but I appreciate it. And I hope to see you again soon. Go check out The Fix if you'd like. If you like Neil Pickup, go check out The Fix. I know some of you probably don't. But yeah, make sure to tell him the Arm Historian sent you. Maybe you can get a shout out of him, right? Get some more people here. Thanks again for joining. See you next week. And until then, and as always, Arm Historian out.